Update time! Alright, so I'm gonna try to keep this short, which I know doesn't happen very often, and also it's been many months since I actually have done an update video, like since either June or July. I checked a few days ago, but I forget which, but yeah, it's been quite a while, but I'll try to keep it short anyway. So, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon ended just this last week, last Friday. That should have been done last year, in April, I believe. But no, computer problems kind of delayed it, and then my own laziness delayed it. Though in fairness, I also blame Phoenix Wright for that one, because those take forever to record and edit, so I was rarely in the mood to do those. So yeah, that stuff all delayed Fire Emblem up until this point, but now it's finally done. I have escaped Shadow Dragon for good. So, with that finished, this is actually my week off. There aren't going to be any videos this week, not even any side videos, which I'll get to in a moment. Now, unfortunately, unlike what I thought, I'm not actually playing Fire Emblem Fates, because I did release Shadow Dragon on the day Fates came out, but GameStop kinda sucks, and I swear I had like 1 day shipping, but no, apparently not. I'm getting it Tuesday. Oh well, I haven't exploded yet, so I take that as a good sign. The wait hasn't killed me, any more than anything else in the world has. You know, life in general just chips away at your soul slowly and slowly. So yeah, this is a really fun update video, isn't it? But anyway, yep, not gonna play it until tomorrow, or today when you're hearing this, or maybe even yesterday. I don't know when I'm gonna be uploading this, or even editing it. Kinda depends on whether or not it actually is a long video. Because if it's a long video, I'm not gonna want to edit that right away. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna play Fate soon, but it seems like it's getting pretty well received, so thumbs up to that. It also seems like a lot of people are playing Conquest first. Personally, I'm going to start with Birthright, because why not? Anyway, as for projects, so, as I was saying, this week's my week off, and next week is going to be the start of Phoenix Wright. Well, not the start of it, the start of Case 4. Unfortunately, because of all the delays I had last year, most of this year is just going to be taken up by me playing catch-up, basically. So, yeah, first 2 months of the year I spent finishing up Shadow Dragon. The next 2 months are going to be me doing Phoenix Wright. March is going to be Phoenix Wright Case 4. I'm going to take a week break after that, and then Phoenix Wright Case 5 in the month to follow. After that, it's going to be Final Fantasy IV DS, so look forward to that. That's going to take quite a while, and it will actually take me to Fire Emblem New Mystery of the Emblem. The other remake. You remember how I kept mentioning how Shadow Dragon was kind of meh, but New Mystery of the Emblem is actually really good? Well, originally that was actually supposed to be done last year, but of course delays made that impossible, and then after that I decided to be this year. Then Shadow Dragon got pushed forward a little bit, so I was briefly considering doing New Mystery of the Emblem next year, but you know what, screw it, I want to do it now. It's a fairly good run of that particular game, I think. You know, there are a few spots that I would have liked to improve, but you know what? I did pretty well overall. The game seems to think I did, so I'm going to leave it as is, because it's pretty good. So, yeah, that should start around, I think, midway till the end of August? Actually, you know what? I'm going to check, since this is an update video, so, you know, I'm going to actually update you on what's going on. So, April's going to be Phoenix Wright. May is going to be Final Fantasy IV. That's going to continue up right until the beginning of August, actually. So yeah, a week break after that, then New Mystery of the Emblem starts. And that's actually going to take me to November. And then after that, I'm going to end the year off with Mega Man X2. So, yep. Bit of a light schedule this year, but that's not counting side projects. Now, before I actually planned side projects out along with the rest, so the only real difference was the fact that they were 2 days of the week rather than 3. Yeah, that's still going to be true, the fact that it's uploaded on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm not actually planning them out ahead of time. Basically, I'm going to record footage until I'm comfortable with starting to upload it, which might be me playing through the entire game and then, being done with editing it, or alternatively it could be like this game where I finish a certain chunk of the game and then I'll start uploading it. That's also going to start next week, and that's actually Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 1, of course, but yeah, I actually finished up Sonic Story this weekend. Oh boy, those last 3 stages. I love that game, but oh man, kind of dropped the ball with the last few there. Well, actually, no, at Final Lake's pretty good. Not the beginning section, the rest of it. But yeah, I finished that. I'm going to do a bonus video for that particular section where I get all the emblems I can with Sonic, do a little Chow Garden stuff, and then I'm going to move on to Tails. And from that point onward, it'll probably be super easy to record. Like, I could actually probably finish them all within like 1 session per each. Sonic took a while, but nah. Of course, that's Sonic's story, and that takes a while. So that is going to be running. Sonic Story is 8 parts, so that's actually going to be running through till my break between the Cases of Phoenix Wright. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Sonic Adventure for a while. I don't know how long, because again, I don't really plan these things out. I mean, I actually have an outline of how I'm going to divvy up the parts, so I do know how many parts long it's going to be. I just haven't actually fit that to a calendar yet, so I don't know how I'm going to upload them after Sonic. So yep, anything after Sonic Adventure in terms of side projects, I don't know what I'm going to do. Also, I have no idea if I'm even going to have a Halloween side project this year. Last year, it was going pretty well, until it didn't. But, as I think I mentioned before, I do want to do a bigger update video at some point where I actually go over more or less everything. There's a lot to cover. And I think that's just about it. Next week is apparently spring break, which is super early this year, because apparently Jesus can schedule out his birthday, but oh, the day where he comes back from the dead, he's got to move that around, and he's got to move Easter with it, because he's so great. So anyway, I'm going to move on from the blasphemy, because I'm sure some people don't appreciate that. And yeah, next week is basically just going to be me, hopefully finishing up Phoenix Wright, so that I'll have it all ready and prepared for actually uploading, like, for the next few months. And other than that, it's just going to be probably a whole lot of Fire Emblem, maybe some Sonic Adventure recording. Should really get back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. I haven't played that game in a while, and it sucks that I haven't. Because it's real good. It's real good. Might even start recording Final Fantasy IV ahead of time if I have the time next week. Still haven't actually finished recording that game, because I got to the Lunar Tunnels, and I kind of stopped there because the Lunar Tunnels are pretty boring. So close to the end of the game. Just need Lunar Tunnels first pass, then Lair of the Father, Giant of Babel, then off-screen do a second pass of Lunar Tunnels, and then a multi-part final dungeon. Oh, I like Final Fantasy IV, but the end game does kind of go on forever. So, yeah, the moral of the story is the Lunar Tunnels are kind of boring. Oh well, so yeah, hopefully at some point I'll finish up Final Fantasy IV. The other half of that is just the fact that DS games are kind of a pain in the ass to record because of the way I have to do the whole side-by-side screen thing. And it's even worse for Final Fantasy IV because I decided to put in some efforts. And yeah, I switch what screens are present. Like sometimes it's single screen, sometimes it's dual screened. that makes things take forever. So yeah, gotta go through a whole lot of Final Dungeon, and I have to edit forever. Well, it's not even editing, it's just, okay, I gotta make sure all of these are recorded correctly, gotta save them all through Virtual Dub, because I need, oh shoot, what's that program even called? Oh, AVI Synth, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out some of that dead air, because it took me a while to actually think of that. But yeah, AVI Synth, that's what allows me to switch things up, but it does require me to actually, like, process the video first. I can't just put it all into Virtual Dub, because unfortunately you can't append the AVI when it's like that, so it takes a while, and then of course in editing I have to do back and forth. Like, when a cutscene occurs, I have to cut, and then do the single screen, and then once the cutscene's over, I cut again, and then I paste the two screens back in, yeah, blah blah blah. It takes for a while. It's quite the editing process, but I think it's worth it because Final Fantasy IV is a good game. Again, even if the end game is rather dull. Oh well, yeah, that's Final Fantasy IV. Anything else I want to make note of recording? I can't really think of anything. Nothing too special about Sonic Adventure. Oh, actually, there is something slightly special about it. I don't know. I feel like the video and audio aren't really the best, but there's not a lot I can really do with Bandicam to improve that sort of thing, so I'm hoping the quality isn't that bad. I'll see if I can fiddle with it a bit more, but it's... I don't know. I feel like it's not the best quality, which is weird because I did record Metal Gear Solid and Space Channel 5 with Bandicam, and I feel like those came out well. I don't know, maybe I have to double check Metal Gear Solid now. Was the audio actually garbage? Or maybe it's the laptop or something, I don't know. Sound on that thing's terrible anyway. And anything else other than that I'm recording? Restarted Lament of Innocence. It'll probably be a while before I really sit down to record that, because at the moment I'm focusing on a whole lot of Fire Emblem. I kind of want to be finished with Gaiden before I start New Mystery of the Emblem, just because I don't actually want to do like a proper LP of Gaiden, because the game's kind of boring. So I kind of want to just get a whole lot of footage so I can sort of do a review of Gaiden, because there are a few things that are kind of important. A few characters from Arcania actually appear in that game. Otherwise, it's mostly its own self-contained story. Though, of course, if you know about Fire Emblem, the continent that Gaiden takes place in is actually quite close to Arcania, and does make an appearance later on in the series. And, oh yeah, I'm also playing Fire Emblem 8. I think I actually mentioned this in Shadow Dragon. In fact, I'm fairly positive I did, but there's a hack called Restoration Queen, so I've been playing through that. I'm on Chapter 19. Kinda screwed up, so I have to restart recording that, because I'd forgotten just how many units actually appear on the front, or at the front door, rather. Because a lot of them appear. There's quite a large group, and I didn't quite have enough units, because I sent Marissa and Tethys up north, because I thought enemies would appear from the staircase, but they didn't. So I kind of wasted a lot of time, and I could have had a few more units over on the other side. But, yeah. And then the frickin' thief just stabbed Garsha, and he had a poison sword, so Garsha got poisoned, so I couldn't really use him in combat. That was pretty great. Now I'm just rambling, and anybody who doesn't actually know Fire Emblem Sacred Stones is going to be like, okay, I don't have a visual of the map you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, old man. Alright, well, anyway, I said this shouldn't be too long, so I'm going to try to end this now. So, bye.